Nuno Lobato says, what do you think needs to change in Africa? That's a loaded question, right? Um, One of the things I try to say is you cannot trade with Africa without you're trading with Africans. A lot of times it's easy for people to say Africa, but not realizing that you need to start looking at Africans as the engine of transformation. So I would switch your questions as what should Africans be doing? China knows that game, and China is investing a great deal in Africans. And Africans in China are the ones actually driving China Africa trade. Okay. So if you're looking, for example, Africans are the ones distributing Chinese products in Africa. Okay. Let me try and explain that, because the US government and Canadian government and European government, they don't really understand, they don't get this. From what I see, they don't really get this. They think that they can go into Africa and take their products without local content, without Africans being carried along, right? I see a lot of their initiatives. They go into the rural farms and they're not carrying the elite Africans that would really fast track their projects. So they're doing their thing. Let them keep doing it. But China is a strategist. China brings Africans into this whole conversation. Now, people can argue how they do it, what they sign, all of those things may not be ideal. But guess what? Africans have options, and China is playing the game. Now, are they reading the fine prints and signing things the way they should be? That's another question entirely, right? That's not on the Chinese, it's on the Africans, right? Right? Making sure that you put pen, when you're putting pen to paper, you really understand what you're doing. So there's an assumption you know what you're doing. Okay. So back to your question, what do you think needs to change in Africa? What has to change is that people have to understand that Africans are the ones to lead international trade with Africa, right? If you want to fast track your distribution strategy on the continent, you can no longer can you be doing it in a boardroom where there are no Africans in the room. Okay. So China knows this. Who are the people buying Chinese products? It's Africans. It's Africans. They're the ones buying the plastics, the cell phones. They are the ones running the trade. Trade in Africa, in terms of informal sector, is dominated by women. If you look at the borders and the trucks and the distribution in the informal sector, it's women in the marketplace that are driving it. So if you want to formalize trade, and if today informal trade is still higher than formalized trade, right? So until you bring those players into this whole conversation, you're still just at the edges. You're just still, it's still, if you're eating the cake, you're still just tasting it, right? People are still just tasting Africa. But the moment you bring Africans into your strategy, oh, that's really going to be the game changer, because we know culturally, we know ourselves, we know how to buy and sell with ourselves. We do it every day. It's our region, right? So the way I engage with my Africans, it's different. There's more level of trust engaging with me than with non-Africans, right? And we can navigate the terrain better than non-Africans. So that's what I would say would be the biggest thing that needs to change, particularly regions that are saying we want to trade with Africa. Realize what you're saying is you want to trade with Africans. Okay? It's this, oh, I want to trade with Africa. Okay. Africa is a geographic location, right? But the people of the land are the people you're actually going to be buying from and selling to. So that's the biggest thing that has to shift, is that US, Canada, UK, Latin America, all of these global players that want to engage in the future of Africa needs to learn how to deal with Africans. They may not like it, but that's it. I shoot straight.